What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Check this out. We've got the Vandlion A52 digital body camera here today. This was sent over to us from Vandlion to share with you guys. So let's get into it. Starting with the user manual, very in-depth. Everything you need to know is in here. They don't skip a beat with this user manual. All the technical specifications, all the functions of the camera. They even got a memory usage chart here. So I got a 64 gigabyte card with this one. So it's telling me I'm going to have on 720p 16 hours of recording, 1080p 12 hours, and 1080 full high def 8 hours. You're also getting your charging cable, standard USB on the one end. The other end is type C USB, which plugs into the camera that charges this guy up. Your mounting clip here, this is pretty cool. This is different than the previous Vandlion body cameras that I've reviewed on the channel. So this one I really like. It's got a little rubber gasket on the back side here, and you just take this little 1/4-20 screw here, put it through. You got your other 1/4-20 insert right there, and what this allows is just thread it in there a couple turns, and we've got 360 degrees, and you just tighten it up and it's not going anywhere. Very, very well done. Pressure fit clip here. So say we want it straight up and down, line it up, just snug it up a bit there, and you're good. It's not going anywhere. So pull in the A52 and have a closer look at it here. Nice size camera, I'm liking that. We've got our display screen here, which I'll fire it up in a moment. Along either side are our functions. So we've got our volume down, volume up, as well as this one's used as a lamp, which is your night vision. So you have to manually activate your night vision for it to work. Not a big deal, super easy to do. We've got our next and our previous buttons here. Now that is also useful because this is able to be used as an MP3 player. If you load some MP3s up onto the micro SD card, you have a little MP3 player that you can carry around as well, and this will be your play pause button, and that button's also used to turn on and off the camera. But there's other ways to turn it on and off as well, and that would be with the slider switch right here. That's for recording. So if I were to actually turn it on with, we'll show you here. Let's show you how it works. Okay, we'll just use the play button to turn it on. So we're pushing that, and you're going to see the welcome screen right there, and you can see that there's no recording happening. I've got the date inputted on the bottom, so it looks pretty good. I'm going to turn it off, and you would turn it off the same way with the play pause button, and you're going to see the goodbye screen. But say you want to just whip out that camera and initiate a recording, you would just slide the record switch up. It's going to turn it on, and right now it's going to initiate the recording. So there we go. It takes a couple seconds for the recording to get going, but it's now going. And we're going to switch over actually to the audio of this recording that we're filming right now, just to test out the microphone, so you guys can hear how the microphone sounds on the A52 here. And you can also see that we have, while we're recording, a blue indicator light there. You're able to turn that light on and off in the menus, which we're going to go through the menus here in a moment. So why don't we stop that recording? Now we can stop that recording just by sliding that switch back down. And there we go. It's going to our play screen. So why don't we just listen to what that sounds like? And we can just hit play here.
There we go. Takes a couple seconds for the recording to get going, but it's now going.
Just turning the volume up.
Switch over actually to the audio of this recording that we're filming right now, just to test out the microphone. You guys can hear how the microphone sounds on the A52 here, and you can also see that we have.
So that's not too bad. Now we just paused that. So say this is a file that you no longer want to keep. I want to keep this one because we're using some of this footage, or this audio at least, off this file for this video here. But let's scroll through. We've got other videos here, pictures and stuff. So we're able to scroll through. And if we wanted to, say I didn't want this picture here, which I really don't want that picture, we would hit the menu button on the side, hold it down, and it's going to go into delete or protect. So if you wanted to protect that picture, that's an important picture, you don't want it written over, you would scroll down to the protect, and then you would just hit, I believe, the play button, which will be your select button. But I want to delete it, so I'm going to go up. There we go. And it's giving you a second chance here just in case you screwed up. Delete current, delete all. Well, we want to delete current. And then we're going to go down to the OK. And there we go. That file was deleted now. All right, so I want to get out of here. I would hit the menu button. And there we go. We're back to the camera. But if I hit the menu, we can switch to photo. And we can, why don't we take a photo at the bench here. So you hit the play button. And that photo has been taken, guys. We'll take another one here. There we go. That photo's been taken. Now, it does not go to the playback screen when you take a photo. So if you wanted to see your photos on the camera, you would hit the menu button. And there we go. You can see the photo right there. We can select. Pretty straightforward so far, guys. Why don't we continue on here? So if we wanted just to record audio, we might as well test it out. It's just that slider switch. Exact same as the video slider here. We would just slide it up, and now we're recording audio. It's just that easy. It's no fuss, no having to go into the menus. You just slide that slider up to initiate the recording and slide it down to stop it. And it's going to go right back to the play screen, and we'll just hit play. And now we're recording audio. It's just that easy. It's no fuss, no having to go into the menus. You just slide that slider up to initiate the recording and slide it down to stop it. And it's so not bad, guys. That works out pretty easy. What I like about this camera is everything is super straightforward and easy. So why don't we get out of there, back to our main screen, and it's always the video screen, which is your main screen, and we're going to hold down the menu button this time. And that's going to take us into our main menu. So I'm going to turn down the lights here, and we'll have a look at the menu here together and go through all the adjustments, all the options that you have available with the A52 here. Now, guys, so we're going to long press the menu button here, and that's going to bring us into the menu. All our setup and all our adjustments are done in there. We've got our scroll buttons here to scroll up and down, and our play pause button, that's going to be our select button. So we've got video right there. I have it set on 1080 full high def, but you can see there we got 1080p and 720p. We'll hit the back button here to get out of there. Photo resolution, so let's scroll down to that. I currently have it set at 21 megapixels, but you can go all the way up to 50. Let's see, VGA all the way up to 50. There we go. I had it set at 21. I think that's where it was set from factory, so we'll just keep that. Date, time, motion detection on and off. Same thing, I have it set it off. If you were wanting to use this motion detection feature, you select down and turn it on. So I might do some testing with motion detection at some point, maybe not this video, but maybe a follow-up video. Loop recording, so select that, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So I have it set for 10 minutes, that way each file while recording is going to be 10 minutes long, and then it's going to start a new file. If your SD card or your storage space is getting full, it's going to write over the oldest file. So keep an eye on that. I always do. I always offload my footage anyways after I'm done recording, but if you're racking up the footage there, you want to be careful. I showed you how to protect the footage earlier. You might want to protect those important files if you don't want them written over. So I like it set at 10 minutes, so that's where I'm keeping it set. Image rotation on and off. So let me show you how this works. Let's get out of the menu. We'll come back to image rotation in a moment. Hold that menu button. Okay, so you can see right there, guys, the image is right side up, right? So if I were to flip this right here, Let's turn. Well, looking at me, let's see. There we go. You can see I'm upside down here. It's hard to get that on screen, but I'm upside down. So if we wanted to correct that, we can hit the menu button. We'll scroll down to number 6, which was image rotation. Select that, and we just got to go to off now. Select that, and let's get out of here. And you can see now, try to get in here so you can see me. Image is right side up now. Image mirroring on and off. Your date timestamp on and off. So if you wanted the timestamp on, I currently have it set it on. You would just select on. If you want it off, you would just go up, hit select, and now it's off. All right, let's keep going here. Exposure, you can change your exposure. You can format your micro SD cards right in the camera. Language, plenty of language options with this model. So English on the top there, and we can scroll through. We've got Dutch, Portuguese, Spanish, and back to English, and obviously a bunch of, I'm assuming Chinese, probably Mandarin, Cantonese. There's a lot of different languages offered with this camera, so I'm going to hit the back button now to get out of there. Auto power off. All right. So auto power off is set right now for 3 minutes. I believe that is factory like that, but you can set it for 1 minute or you can set it for off and not and disable the auto power off. We'll just go back out of there. LCD off. So I have it set for 1 minute. You can have that 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5, 10, or just have it off. I set it for 1, and that just means the screen here is going to turn off after 1 minute with no activity or no inputs. If you haven't touched any of the buttons here, it'll just turn off after 1 minute. Indicator on and off. So that's the little indicator light right here, the blue indicator lights that flash. So if you're trying to be, you know, not have people aware that you're filming, you may want to turn that indicator light off. All right, down version. I'm not sure what this is. Just showing the version of the camera here. And default. So what default does is return menu settings to default. So if you've made a bunch of adjustments, want to start fresh, you would just go into there, into the default setting, and return the menu settings to defaults, and everything will come back to and turn back to the way it was when you receive the camera with all the factory settings. We're just going to get out of there, and I believe that's it, guys. Let's look. Yep, that's it. So pretty straightforward menu settings there. Not too difficult to navigate through them, make your adjustments. You're basically only using the scrolling buttons here, the select button, and the back button there, and we're going to long press the menu button to get out of there now. When I was messing around with night mode, there's a button here, and we went over that. It says lamp. So if we hit that lamp button, that's actually going to turn it into night mode, and you see we get the little indicator icon right there with the moon and the star. We turn that off, and that's just the plus button, or the volume up button there. The other thing is we have a microphone on and off button. So if you wanted to film and you didn't want the recording, probably a smaller file size, you're going to hit the previous button, or the mute button is listed here. And you can see we get an icon up top there. I know it's hard to see on the camera. There's an icon with the microphone there and showing that there's no sound. So we would hit that to bring the sound back. See, this night vision works pretty good. That's with it off. And now it's on. Not bad. Turn it on again. Very cool. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to wrap this one up now with the Vandlion A52 body camera. I had a great time testing this. Love the fact that we can just pull it out of our pocket, flip the slider up there to initiate recording, and you're good to go. The main thing about this, guys, is how easy it is to use. It's super simple to scroll through all the menus, initiate recording like we just did. We're taking video as we speak. It's simple, guys. It is not complicated, and that's what I really like about this one. So thanks to Vandlion for sending this out for me to share with you guys here today. You want to get some more info on the A52 or even grab one for yourself, links are down below in the description, guys. Check it out there, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.